This is Central Catholic starting and split wide receivers, split formation. Vega the back, hand off to Vega in the backfield. This time met right as he hit the line of scrimmage. We'll try to get the names here. Jason Brooks and Shaquan Washington in on a stop there for McClymonds.
So in case you happen to tune away for a little bit there, McClymonds went for a punt, and it was blocked by Donovan Townsend by the Central Catholic Raiders, and Central Catholic was able to recover the blocked punt and put them in good, solid field position to start at about the 23-yard line.
6:07 to go here in the third quarter. Central Catholic from the 22, 2nd and 9. Offset eye, pitch back to Vega. Vega got kind of a slow start, but then picked up a head of steam. And a couple of McClymonds Warriors down on the ground, but he crosses good enough for the first down as he takes it down to the about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard. The Warriors knocked him right out of his shoe as his shoe flew off as he got hit pretty hard on that one.
Yeah, saw a piece of equipment flying, and that's what it was. It was a shoe there from Ray Vega.
Knocked him right out of his shoes.
You know, he's got some great just cutting ability there. Ray Vega has been looking at Fresno State and Cal. Had a couple of schools that have been scouting him here, so good luck to Ray Vega as Artist under center, I formation again to Vega. Vega goes left side. Gives a head of steam. Pushes one Warrior down. Gets a push from behind. It's gonna be short of the goal line, but down to the 2.
Yeah, what a play there by Vega as he met one of the defensive backs and just laid him flat on his back. You're going to have to get a little bit more than one guy on Vega to bring him down as he gets a nice head of steam behind him when he gets moving. And that's going to put the Central Catholic Raiders in the red zone, or second and goal.
Yeah, second and goal here from the 2. 4:51 to go here in the third quarter. Offset eye, Vega the deep back. He's got Loya and another receiver off the sides. Handoff easily to Vega. Vega gets a hit right as he reaches the goal line, but able to extend. We got waiting for the signal here. No signal yet. They're checking to see where he's down. Looking for a signal. Touchdown. Raiders, but I'm not sure as Escobar comes up with the ball, not able to see what had happened down there. May have been a fumble there by Ray Vega right as he hit the line, but Blake Escobar coming up with the ball. So we'll give the touchdown here to Blake Escobar, the 2 on the fumble recovery in the end zone. 4:23 and Central Catholic leading 41-0 pending the extra point. As Kenny Smart sets up here for the extra point. Kick is up, splits the uprights. Central Catholic continues to dominate here in the third quarter as they lead McClymonds 42-0, right, with 4:23 to go here, right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
So McClymonds unable to stop this just machine, as you had said there, Jason, of Central Catholic. Central Catholic just keeps momentum and keeps things rolling here.
Yeah, I'm almost upset with myself because the last two games that I covered from Central Catholic, I was paying attention to how many times they've scored to how many times they've punted. I haven't actually paid attention today, but I'm going to say that I don't think I've seen any punts from Central Catholic, so I'm going to assume that every time they've touched the ball, they went down and got a touchdown.
Yeah, the only other time would be on the turnovers there by
right.
Central Catholic is the only times that McClymonds has stopped the drives here by Central Catholic.
Yeah, I forgot about the red zone interception there to end the first half.
4:23 to go here as a kick by Smart is deep again. This one's probably going to be returnable right at the 1-yard line. It is returnable this time by Washington. Washington takes it, trying to get to the 20. Finally stopped right at the 20. Lavon Washington. Tackled there made by Central Catholic's Timmy Gutierrez. a 5'5", 130-pound junior wide receiver and defensive back there for the Raiders. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors right at their own 20. And McClymonds, at this point, you want to get McClymonds here, as one of the officials here is trying to decided that we're going to keep a running clock here with 4:15 to go, as the call has come from Coach Curtis McCauley, and we get the official word here that we're going to have a running clock here for the remainder of the ball game, folks. Generally, we don't have the running clock until we hit the 4th quarter, but here in the 3rd quarter, it is up to the opposite coach's discretion to call for it. So now at this point, if you're McClymonds, you just want to get it in the end zone. Hand off to the lone setback again was Kenyatta Jackson. Jackson gets it out to about the 20. Let's see, looks to see about the 22. So only about a yard there on the gain with 3:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Unfortunately for McClymonds, I don't think we've seen a solid drive from their offense yet today. I believe at most they've maybe received 2 first downs.
Yeah, I think the longest drive was that second drive where they almost set up a touchdown, but was intercepted there by Loya in the end zone. Here's Jackson. Jackson sweeping to his left, going to get dragged behind the line of scrimmage.
It looks like it's going to be Matthew Ringer on the takedown there in the backfield, as he met the ball carrier nicely and brings him down for a loss of a couple yards.
2:56 on the running clock. Raiders leading McClymonds 42-0. And at this point, Central Catholic looks like they will go ahead, and looks like they're just continuing to do what they've been doing to most of their opponents and just dominate like they have here late in the playoffs, in the season, I should say. Williams in shotgun formation, looking deep, looking for Thompson. We're going to get a flag here. It may be going against, as wide open as he was. Pass was complete to Sterling Lowe, but as wide open as he was, Jason, I wouldn't be surprised if this is offensive pass interference.
Yeah, I agree with that call, as the referee tries to keep this clock moving. Unfortunately, it's not moving, as the scoreboard operator did not get the heads up to keep the clock moving at all times.
Yeah, the head official continues to go ahead and says, keep it moving. They're going to pick up the flag. They're trying to figure out what the penalty is and whether or not to get anything, if they're going to penalize one of these two teams. It is going to go against McClymonds, and we'll get the official call. By the way they mark it off, it looks like a spot foul. Actually, no, it's not going to be a spot foul.
It was a holding on Central Catholic Raiders.
Okay. So he didn't complete the pass. I guess he was out of bounds there then in that case, because if you're McClymonds, I mean, I don't know why you don't. It was good for a first down. The pass was. I don't know why you don't just decline the penalty and take the first down. But as it looks like they're going to go ahead and do it, march it off to the 32. And is this where they're going to go ahead and mark off? And you can't mark off the holding call here, but they're going to go ahead and do it. Mark off the holding call against Central Catholic. So one of the first penalties.
It's definitely the first penalty on their
defense. First defensive penalty,
yeah.
Yes, going against Central Catholic. So able to get the first first down here of the second half for McClymonds, with 1:03 remaining on the running clock, as Williams in the pistol formation has Jackson behind him. Jackson takes the draw, just a delay, run right up the middle. Nice big run there, about a gain of we'll call it about 15. Looks to be about 15 for Jackson.
Yeah, that was probably the best gain from scrimmage that the McClymonds Warriors have had there on a run play, as they are going to move into Raider territory with 35 seconds on the running clock in the 3rd quarter. But McClymonds really needs to go down and get a touchdown. They don't want to leave here with a goose egg up there.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. You want to make sure that you score here in your first regional final, as Williams on shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. He's looking to his right, going to get flushed and drop behind for a big loss there by Central Catholic. And looks to be.
It's number 38, Jared Rice, who got in the backfield there. He's just been unstoppable these last couple games. If you paid attention to the game before where they played Escalon, Jared Rice was a name that you heard throughout the entire broadcast, as he is a sophomore listed at 6'4", 180 pounds, and he is one heck of a defensive player out there for the Central Catholic Raiders.
So that's the end of the third quarter as Central Catholic leads McClymonds 42-0 right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
So just getting ready to start the fourth quarter here in Central Catholic, 12 minutes away from a return to the Division IV State Bowl game. First time since 2007 when they lost to St. Bonaventure of Ventura 35-21. That was in the Division III State Bowl game. But they will go ahead and take on the winner of the Rio Hondo Prep and Santa Fe Christian game. And Jason, do we have an update there on that game?
Yeah, we have Rio Honda Prep leading the Santa Fe Christian Eagles 21-17 at the third quarter.
Well, considering the way that this game is going, unfortunately, we may not be able to get a final for them before you folks before the end of the broadcast. As Williams under shotgun formation, looking to his left, finds a receiver and gets it out to the inside the 30, down to the 29. Catch made by Jalen Thompson. Thompson needed to be featured here for this offense to be successful tonight, but that's Thompson's only first catch of the night.
Yeah, he was absolutely wide open on that play as Williams found him. Williams almost looked a little bit shocked to see a white jersey so not covered there on the sideline. He was able to find Thompson and got a nice solid pickup.
So with the running clock here, Williams and the McClymonds Warriors having probably their best, absolutely their best run here of the second half for sure, as pass again complete, this time to Washington on the far side. No, check that. That's Yusuf Sterling Lowe, and able to get down inside the 20, down to the 19. Should be good enough for a first down. No, they're going to, yeah, it is good enough for a first down, or 2nd and 1 is what they're going to mark it. So Keith Williams, the Oakland section's MVP, they do give him the first down. Late decision made there on the first down, so 1st and 10 from the 19, as Keith Williams, again, as I was saying, the Oakland section's MVP, doing a little bit of play calling there, an adjustment, an audibleizing, I guess I should say, here at the line. Look into his left again. This one's caught. High pass, but caught there by Levon Washington. Dropped for no gain on the play.
Yeah, that was solid defensive back play by Tyler Johnson for the Central Catholic Raiders. The Keith Williams for the Warriors was able to make a nice pass, found his receiver, but Johnson was just right there, brought him down for a no gain, and brings up a 2nd and 10 here for the Warriors.
10 minutes left on the running clock as Keith Williams gets the play call in here from Coach McCauley. McClymonds trying to get up on the board here as they're trailing 42-0 right here in the fourth quarter. Joey Gonzalez alongside Jason Patterson from Stockton, California, on the campus of Lincoln High School. As Keith Williams making sure he's getting the right play call set up. He's setting Jackson up. Here's looking for a pass in the end zone. Pass almost tipped, but caught for the touchdown. Warriors complete to Yusuf Sterling Lowe. A 17-yard pass play. Sterling Lowe just took the post pattern, almost was a bit deflected there in the end zone by one of the Raiders, but pass complete, and McClymonds on the board. Now down 42-6, pending the extra point with 9:26 left on the running clock.
Yeah, that was a solid pass play, a solid completion. Unfortunately for McClymonds, it comes with only 9.5 minutes left in this ball game.
McClymonds decides they're going to go for the 2-point conversion as they've got 3 wide receivers out. Now they're going to send a man in motion going north-south and into the end zone, intended for Sterling Lowe incomplete as we got an injured Warrior on the play. But with 9:26 remaining in the ball game, Warriors are on the board. Still, however, trailing the Raiders 42-6 right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Joey Gonzalez alongside Jason Patterson live from Lincoln, from Alex G. Spanos Stadium on the campus of Lincoln High School here in Stockton, California. 9:26 remaining in the ball game as Central Catholic leading McClymonds 42-6 in the Northern California Division IV Regional Final. Central Catholic looking to move on and play next week down at the Home Depot Center in Carson, California for the State Division IV title. Onside kick attempt here by Keith Williams, taken by Blake Escobar. And Escobar just coming down with it. Smartly downs it at the 40. They're going to mark this at the 44.
Yeah, so Central Catholic's going to take the ball over again with 9 minutes on the running clock. And the way that this run team is, it's almost unfair because when the fourth quarter comes along and they have the ball and they're winning the game, they give the ball to their running backs just to keep the clock moving. And almost every time I've covered a Central Catholic game come this fourth quarter, they happen to get a couple of solid blocks and one of these running backs take it all the way. But we are going to see a couple of backups here in the game for Central Catholic as they are going to rest some of their starters.
Get them ready for next weekend as a handoff to the back of, man, that is Matthew Ringer. Matthew Ringer breaking it out, looking for a score. And finally brought down at the 10-yard line by Sterling Lowe. I'm sorry, not Sterling Lowe. That looks like, I'm trying to see. It's a hard number to pick off from our vantage point, but I believe that is Shaquan Washington. And looked like Washington took a ride there on the back of Ringer for some time. Ringer did not want to be denied of his score there, of a touchdown there.
And just as I was talking about them trying to waste the clock and normally taking one for an end zone, he takes it for a 30, 40-yard gallop there.
Yeah, Matthew Ringer looking for a 6th touchdown there on the run. So 7:45 to go here. Split formation in the backfield. Here's Artis. Artis hands off to the up man, fullback, that time Devin Kelly. Taking it a couple of yards down to the 5-yard line, and we've got an injured Warrior on the ground. And just, some of frustration setting in there.
Yeah, that was a little odd. I don't know what happened on that one. He jumped up. It almost looked like he was frightened by a ghost or something. But nonetheless, he's back up. No injury on the field, so that's always a positive.
So it brings up 2nd and 5 from the 6 as Central Catholic doesn't need to score a touchdown to get the first down. Artis, again, to Ringer. Ringer met by a wall there of Warriors right as he hit the line of scrimmage, but it looks like he may have gained a yard there on the play as another injured Warrior starts slow to get up. That time, I think looks like Jason Brooks there. No, not Jason Brooks, Shaquan Washington. And this is, the hits start hurting even more when you're facing this type of deficit with 6.5 to go, down 42-6.
Yeah, I agree. When that adrenaline is not running through your veins, these hits, they definitely start taking a toll on you.
3rd and 4 to go here from the 5 as Artis under center, offset eye, pitch back to Ringer. Ringer going right side, tries to run over a defender. Try to run over Levon Washington. Levon Washington doing a good job wrapping up there. Brought him down right at about the 3, maybe 2-yard line. 6 minutes left. Central Catholic leading 42-6. Not going to be enough for the first down. Brings up 4th and 2 from the 3. And it looks like Coach Canepa is going to decide to go ahead and go for it here. Not send the field goal unit out as Artis goes back out there. 5:37 to go here on the running clock. Offset I. Ringer the deep back. Split wide receivers. Pitch back to Ringer. Ringer looking for some room to run. Try to kick back inside. He's going to get stopped on the short of the first down. So a turnover on downs to McClymonds. And while we have a moment, folks, why don't we go ahead and get an update there of that SoCal Division 4 final there, Jason.
Rio Honda Prep is leading Santa Fe Christian 21-17 still in the third quarter on that one.
Yeah, very close, tight ball game there going on down south. So 1st and 10 now for the Warriors on from their own 3 with 5:07 in to running here in the fourth quarter. Central Catholic leading 42-6. Here's Williams under center. Going to hand off to Jackson. Jackson doing a good job just spinning his way out to the 5. Brought down by Zane Lowe there for the Raiders.
Yeah, this Central Catholic Raider defense, they swarm to the ball nicely. They like to find out who's got the ball, and they like to all run his way and take him down as quick as possible. They are quite quick out there on defense.
A very disciplined play here, I've noticed here by the Raiders. Could not say the same for the professional, the Raiders of the NFL.
Let's not talk about that.
As Williams in shotgun formation, looking to his right, finds a big receiver.
That is
Washington, Shaquan Washington.
Wow.
He's going to take it 95 yards for the touchdown, Warriors.
What a pass by Keith Williams. That was a tight spiral. He was way back in his end zone when he threw the ball, and I don't think the receiver caught it until he was over the 50 as he put the ball in the air beautifully for at least 50 yards in the air, and the receiver did the rest as he put the Jets on and took it all the way on a 95-yard touchdown reception for the Warriors. Where was this earlier in the game?
Shaquan Washington really able to beat his defender there. On the coverage, got behind the defense, and you said it, where was it? But, to give credit here to Central Catholic, they've just been making a tough time here for Williams to find lanes and players to throw to. Has not really had a lot of easy looks downfield here for his receivers. Here's Williams in shotgun formation as Warriors go for 2 again. Throws it into a crowd and unable to hang on to the ball as the pass was intended there for Jermaine McCann-Kaluuya. And pass incomplete. So 3:51 to go here in the ball game. Central Catholic leading McClymonds 42-12, and Central Catholic looking to be on their way to Carson, California, the Home Depot Center to play for the Division IV state championship next week.
PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com, high school sports lives here. Also, a little bit of an update. Santa Fe Christian just got a touchdown, so they are now leading Rio Honda Prep 23-21 in the third quarter. As it looks like they are going for the extra point, so pending an extra point, they could be up 24-21, and I'll give you a little update after they do that one.
So Keith Williams now setting up. It looks like McClymonds going to go attempt a onside kick.
So they did get the extra point. So Santa Fe Christian leading Rio Honda Prep 24-21.
This time to the hand. They got their hand split team out there as Tyler Johnson takes it on the run on the return team for Central Catholic across midfield down to the 48 of McClymonds. 3:46 left on the running clock here, and Central Catholic, we'll see whether or not Central Catholic is going to give the ball up again. As check that, they're going to mark it at the 49.
Yeah, I know exactly what Central Catholic's going to do, and that's going to be run the ball nonstop. You're going to see anybody and everybody that wants to take the ball at this point. I'm sure they're going to put them back there and just let them get a couple plays. But you're going to see a lot of running plays, even though the clock will not stop regardless.
Yeah, just keep the clock running, just to run time down. No reason to get anybody injured. Here's Hand out to the fullback. That is Reggie Bland.
Yeah, just keeping it simple. Nice little fullback dive. Don't want to try to injure any of your backups or anything like that as you are trying to move on to the state finals next week in Carson, California.
2:53 left on the game clock. As Central Catholic has done pretty much, almost played almost a near perfect game, almost what McClymonds needed to do if they were hoping to win this one coming in. They understood they were the underdog, but relished that role. However, Central Catholic obviously playing as like they've been rated. They're the 49th ranked team in the state and have been playing like that. Here's Ringer again, taking this one off left side. I don't believe he got any gain on the play. So they're going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the McClymonds 49.
So 2 minutes to go here in this ball game. So 2 minutes left in McClymonds' season. And that's unfortunate for them as they've had a pretty solid season coming out of the Oakland section division and taking that one for the Division 4, I believe it is.
Right. Yeah.
So they've had a pretty solid year. Don't let this game fool you guys at home. They had a solid year. They came out. They did pretty good. They just happened to meet this Central Catholic juggernaut is what I'm going to call them.
And that's what happens when you start playing. These teams have never met each other, haven't even played common opponents here. As a pitch back to Ringer. Ringer cuts back inside. Try to take it off left side, right side, I'm sorry. Back inside, down, gain a couple, down at the 46 here of McClymonds. But you said it, I mean, Coach McCauley, as the Warriors are unfamiliar with playing this long into the season. Last time when they did not get the Division II bid back in 2010, their season ended in November as clock winds inside of a minute. So time running down here for the Central Catholic Raiders and their fans here out of Modesto. Getting some cheers here from the home crowd as Modesto is only about a 30-mile drive down 99 here from Stockton. 40 seconds left on the clock. One more play here for the Central Catholic Raiders. Hand off to, we got a flag, so we're going to get at least another play as a game cannot end on a game cannot end on a defensive penalty, so the clock stops for a moment.
They're going to get a sideline penalty for trying to ice the coach, as Coach Canepa did not want to get an ice bath in this cold weather, and he ran halfway out onto the field to get away from his kids on that
They
one.
do get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Actually going to pick up the flag and just get a sideline warning there from the lead official. 33.7 seconds left on the play clock. They will have to run a play, and depending on what happens here, if Central Catholic is able to get the first down, that will be ball game. Otherwise, it would be a turnover on downs here to McClymonds. So the clock winding up as Artis will take as much time off the clock as he can. Now inside of 20 seconds now, as Central Catholic inside of victory formation, waiting for 10 seconds. They're going to snap the ball with 10 seconds to go. Takes the knee, and that's going to do it. Central Catholic is your Northern California Division IV champions. And big time celebration out on the field for the Raiders as they beat McClymonds 42-12.
Yeah, that's the first time that they've taken a division, or they've gotten this far since losing Mike Glines as their coach. He took a retirement there from Central Catholic as he led them to a lot of their championships. And congratulations to the Central Catholic Raiders and also Coach Canepa for making it this far.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to stay tuned to PlayOnSports.com for our post-game coverage. We'll wrap up all the action in our post-game show. That's coming up in just a few moments. Once again, the Central Catholic Raiders have defeated the McClymonds Warriors 42-12 on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Welcome back to Stockton, California, and the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. I'm Joey Gonzalez alongside Jason Patterson, and we just saw the sorry, we got a little feedback there. Just saw the Central Catholic Raiders defeat the McClymonds Warriors by a final score of 42-12. And Jason, just want to congratulate here before we name our player of the game. We'll get to the player of the game here towards the end of the post game show. But what a remarkable and wonderful season here for Central Catholic.
Yeah, Central Catholic ends the season on an 11-game win streak. Well, the season isn't ended yet, as they still have one more game to go. So if they end up pulling out next week's win, they will end the season on a 12-game win streak, and that is absolutely phenomenal when you only play about 12 regular season games each year. So hats off to Central Catholic, and like I said, they're coming out of a school that only boisters 350 total students, boys and girls, and to come out here and just be so dominant in their division in the sport of football and also wrestling as well, just a hats off to Central Catholic School and all of their coaches out there.
Let's talk about McClymonds here for just a moment. McClymonds game for they seem poised and they seem ready here to be in this role. They relish the underdog role, but obviously you can see their talent and their speed. They deserve to be here. Unfortunately, going up against Central Catholic was a tough task to be had.
Yeah, definitely. Don't take anything away from the Warriors. Like you said, they were meant to be here. It's not a fluke that they were here. They just happened to meet a juggernaut of a team as Central Catholic. When you have a team that's so ready to finally get a championship back again, to hang the banner in their auditorium, there's not much you can do. When, like I said, it's a snowball effect. When you get an empire-sized building, a snowball, you can't stop it. It's almost impossible.
So we'll go ahead and name our player of the game. It was Ray Lomas the fourth, who had an unbelievable night here. 4-touchdown night, but why don't you take us through the scoring here?
The first touchdown for the Raiders was a 3-yard touchdown run by Lomas that gave them a 7-0 lead. And then the next touchdown was by the other Ray Vega on a 7-yard touchdown run that gave them the 14-0 lead. And then they went ahead and switched it up to a little bit of passing as they find Big Johnny Munt for a 40-yard touchdown pass that gave him a 21-0 lead there. And then they switched it back up and handed it back again to Lomas, who got a 3-yard touchdown run, who gave him a 28-point lead. And then Lomas again on a 49-yard touchdown run, that gave him a 35-0 lead. And then they got another touchdown again by Escobar, who actually picked one up there on a fumble from Vega and put that one in and gave him a 42-0 lead. And that was all the scoring for the Raiders. And then Mac decided to wait all the way until about inside the 10-minute mark to get their 2 touchdowns. Lowe caught a 17-yard touchdown pass, and Washington caught a 95-yard touchdown pass. And that was one heck of a throw again by Keith Williams to Washington on that 95-yard touchdown pass.
So celebration taking place right now as Coach Roger Canepa just gets the award, the trophy here for the Division IV Northern California Regional Final. Let's take a quick look towards next week. Obviously, we haven't had the opportunity to scout either Santa Fe Christian or Rio Hondo Prep. Before we get the update score on that, if you're one of those two teams, what are you looking at here, or what I should say, what does Central Catholic need to do to bring home the championship next week?
If I'm Central Catholic, I just keep doing exactly what I've been doing, as we have pointed out that they have played phenomenal and nearly flawless football in the past 3 weeks. Definitely all playoff games the past 3 weeks. They were able to defeat Center out of Antelope, California, and then they went on to beat Escalon here at Lincoln High School in Stockton last week. And now they come out here and to take down McClymonds out of Oakland. This Central Catholic Raider team is rolling, and if I'm them, I wouldn't change a single thing and just keep it going exactly the way it's been.
Well, so why don't we go ahead and get an updated score on that Division IV Southern California Regional Final?
Well, right now it's in the fourth quarter. It looks like Rio Hondo Prep is about to punt the ball back to Santa Fe Christian, and Santa Fe Christian is still leading 24-21 in the fourth.
Well, so there you go, folks. Unable to, because of Central Catholic's dominance here in this ball game, we're going to be unable to get you the final. But make sure you come back and stay tuned, as we are going to cover those games there, the state final games next week down there from the Home Depot Center on PlayOnSports.com. And so, one final congratulations to the McClymonds Warriors for getting to this spot and getting to this role. And congratulations here definitely to the Northern California Division IV Regional Champion, Central Catholic Raiders. That's going to wrap it up from. I'm sorry, you had final thoughts there, Jason.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say, if you are a Central Catholic Raider fan and you would like to listen to the audio broadcast of that other game, we would like to invite you to head on over to PlayOnSports.com and to just go ahead and tune into that audio broadcast and find out who your Central Catholic Raiders will be playing next week.
Yeah, well enough. Yeah, you just have to go on the browser, search it up, and you'll be able to find it. So that's going to wrap it up from Alex G. Spano Stadium, where the Central Catholic Raiders defeated the McClymonds Warriors 42-12. We'd like to thank you for joining PlayOnSports.com's coverage of Friday Night Football from Stockton, California. Be sure to check PlayOnSports.com for information and links to all of our upcoming broadcasts. For our producers, Nathan Schimmel and Will McCombs, our videographer, Victor Adams, and my partner, Jason Patterson, I'm Joey Gonzalez saying so long. We hope you'll join us next Friday night on your destination for high school sports and Friday Night Football, PlayOnSports.com.